Hey, welcome to Dario's comic school, and today the video will be called Know What You Want to Be, Compounding Skills, Have a Vision, and then figure out what you need. A bit all over the place, but I show you what I'm up to. This week I was giving a lot of workshops, and also I'm working on a commission that has to be painted in a few hours, and I will put it out or give the the commissioner or the one who commissioned this will get it today, and I will paint it up like I painted up this one, and I will tell you what this video is about. It's about I'm still alive and where we're going. So the reason I make YouTube is because I love YouTube, because once a guy said, become the change you want to see in the world. And so when I was young, I would have wished to have a channel like this. This is like, I have questions, who can I answer? Who can I ask? And who gives me the answers I need? So I want to become that guy. Secondly, I don't want you to struggle like I'm struggling. So let me tell you one thing. If you want to draw comics, like we will get in a second to the Dawn of the Dead, to the Walking Dead, do a couple of things. Find out what you like. Do you like Hellboy? Start drawing Mike Mignola. Do you like manga? Start drawing manga. Do you like Berserk or Black Hole? Do you have some personal stories? Start drawing that. Doesn't matter how bad it looks, because things need a bit of time until they get good. Like, it takes time. And know that it takes time. You don't need to, like, I'm not one of this guy that says, oh, you're in pain, you need to buy this, and then you're out of pain. Well, kinda, but not in that rush. Because like when I was planning to make The Last Pickup Artist, this is like art is my medicine. So I went from a guy that was powerless and had no girlfriend, and I found the pickup artist scene. And then 10 or 20 years later, I'm thinking about a new comic, and I will show you in a second. So just start drawing like your heroes, and know that drawing is a language. You need to know certain things, like, look, this hand is not perfect and this hand is also not perfect, but you start drawing stuff and things will get better just by doing. Like, you need to practice. And so lately I show you the mess that is right here. I got myself, these are like Germans Walking Dead, and this is like English Walking Dead, a different format. I would say the small one kind of sucks, even though it's hardcover and it's a bit thicker. But I guess I prefer the original, even though it's soft cover, but it's bigger and in its original language. And I'm lately watching so much about The Walking Dead, the comic, The Walking Dead, the TV show. And when Robert Kirkman wanted to create this, he already had in mind, like, this is in German, but bear with me, like, he always knew that this is not about zombies. This is about power struggle, and it's about how Rick Grimes becomes, from a decent human being, he degenerates, and this is about degeneration. And so as you can see, like, this is, I'm figuring out where to go towards the next 10 years. And what I always wanted to be is, like, I wanted to be someone who draws comics, like kick-ass comics, like The Walking Dead, but also a teacher. And I copied or stole that from wait, what's the Kubert? Like, it's Andy Kubert. He's awesome. Adam Kubert. He's really cool. and his father Joe Kubert from the Joe Kubert School, because I thought, man, why go to New York, pay there a lot of money, which is definitely good, but what if I can afford it? So I wanted to be the school, and I didn't just want to be the school. I wanted also to be the Image Comics. I wanted to be like, hey, maybe we can band together and make great fucking awesome comics created by creators who really care about their comics and not just create something, then it gets bought and then it gets slaughtered. Like I was always I'm pro money, I'm pro capital, and I'm pro mastery, but I'm not for exploitation and not milking the cow to death. So my first comic, and there are a lot of comic that will come in between, but my first comic was like The Last Pickup Artist, a guy searching for, why can I have a girlfriend? And then he finds out he was raised by a single mother, he's kind of weak, he has no role models, and all of that. And that leads him to a very rocky road to life, because like, I mean, most stories are about how to live a proper life, how to create a happy life, a life that works. And last year when I went through depression, because like COVID, before COVID I was kind of okay, and but then the lockdowns crippled me financially, socially. I didn't get vaccinated because like not because like I'm always anti, but because I understand that, where is that book, like I'm more into traditional Chinese medicine, because like I had dermatitis when I was young, and my skin was all fucked up and all of that. But now look at my skin, like it's healthy, and it's all because of traditional Chinese medicine. And they say like blood is youth, and it's all you eat, you sleep, you work out, you don't spend too much time in front of screens and all of that stuff, like natural stuff. And so I'm searching for empowerment here, and I'm searching for empowerment in the body and mind, a bit like Fight Club, Matrix, all of that stuff. And so Dario was born. I'll show you in a second. Another reference is like This Nutter Never. It's like it's kind of like a Blade Runner, but also not. It's like the future where we are heading, and in this future there is like genetic manipulation, AI, all of that stuff. And so if The Last Pickup Artist is my past, this should be my future. Like he's like a Bruce Wayne type character. It's me in the future, fictionalized, but he's an artist, he's a musician, he draws comics, and he's also like a painter and also billionaire, but at night he fights the shadows of the world, whatever that is, like if it's AI and other stuff. Bear with me. We're all over the place, but bear with me. This is going somewhere. So sometimes when you start, you have to kind of taste what you want. And I'm very into Hellboy, very into The Walking Dead, and all of that stuff. So, and also Nutter Never, each episode is an episode on his own, but this is 51, and there are at least 100 or 300, but there is a certain, how do you say, like a certain main story that follows him, like a thing he wants to accomplish. And so let me see, like this is what Dario will be. If The Walking Dead was about Rick Grimes and humanity degenerating, like that's the premise of the comic. It's not like about zombies, it's about people and how do you live when everything goes to shit, and how do you behave, and you know what I mean. And this is a different comic. This is like, how do you go from powerlessness, which I've been born into. I will show you in a second this comic, which I wrote a couple of years ago. How do you go from powerless to power and to mastery? And let me tell you one thing, or show you one thing. Here. If The Walking Dead is about devolution, humans devolving into gruesome bloody beasts, the loss of humanity, Dario is about human evolution. Nah, come on. It's about human evolution, about turning your potential into your dream life and becoming a force for the good, healthy, fun, sexy, and light, from a normal human being to a true hero. Dario is the anti-Rick Grimes. And this is like, you can say my life, like poor, brokey, skinny, fat, sick, all of that stuff, to rich, abundant, free, sexy, loving husband, family man. Because like, I know that there is a lot of, I mean, Robert Kirkman did his thing, and I will do mine. And my thing is always like, how to be a free human being, how do you say? I will tell you in a second. But yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Like, this is like empowerment, and also like, the devil is real. The light, energy of life, energy of death. Like, I've seen these things, so I can write about these things. And I also like drawing like this is just okay, but I know I can draw like The Walking Dead, but that takes money and time and a good system, and I will create that so that I can make awesome comics. And that's why I'm also creating this YouTube channel. You see, compounding skills is now all coming together. You have a YouTube channel, you teach, but also it's like your marketing tool. But I also don't want to spam the fucking algorithm, because something in the world is making people shallow, and it's robbing your attention. It's making your attention span very like 100 notifications, but they mean all nothing. 100 people writing you, but it all means nothing. Nobody writing you, and that might also mean nothing, because like, nobody writes you, you think, man, I'm worthless. Doesn't have to be real. Maybe you're a diamond in the rough in this world where everybody is just seeking, I don't know, you know what I mean? And then there's definitely some right things which are definitely of value, and those things follow healthy principles, healthy systems. I tell you one thing, like this week I was watching a lot of The Walking Dead analysis videos about the comics and about the TV show and the differences and what they mean and all of that stuff. And I was sitting a long time in front of a screen, and then I went to bed, and my sleep was either not there or just shitty. So I kind of cut that shit out. And yesterday I watched Your Movie Sucks and his analysis about The Walking Dead, and had tons of fun. Then around 10 p.m. I closed my laptop, I went out for a walk, I watched the stars, and then I went to bed, and I had a great night's sleep. I implemented going to the gym every other day and working out. Now a cool girl I like comes with me, so that takes care of itself. Like, pickup artists chase, but maybe when you become a product that's so good you cannot be ignored, and then things start coming to you. And that's, I guess, my main goal. To do that myself, to be a role model to you, and also to sell my stuff to you. Kidding, half kidding, but no. And so you can copy that for yourself, to be empowered yourself. And we close this video for the 5 people who view this. This is a great stuff I did a couple of years ago. Still holds up very well. But yeah, let's not rush. Okay, so at a certain point I became a teacher. And I started teaching kids and getting paid for that. And I drew this comic, and this is from 2017, and I was freshly teaching, and a dream came true, because like when I was young, I always wanted a teacher or somebody who told me, and then I became that teacher. And it's not my best drawings, but it's just a comic I did then for the kids so they could remind. And in this comic, like I tell, man, it's so cool. I'm so honored to see those kids, and we're all working to do something cool. And I'm so honored to teach these kids comics. And then I go back to the year when my cousin and my other cousin, when I was introduced to X-Men, and the teacher always said, oh, stop drawing, get out of class. What the fuck? School needs to die the way it is. It just needs to fucking die, because it destroys us. Like, look at me. If somebody would have cultivated me, my artistic power, I could do so much more right now. But now I'm kind of like the Tyler Durden or the Edward Norton in the movie. I'm just out for blood, out for revenge, and I will have it. That's then coming in Dario, Hawaii. And then my teacher asked me, who do you want to be? What do you want to do when you grow up? And I want to say, I want to rock, or I want to do comics. And they say, hey, what about a normal job? Fuck you, man. Like, I mean, they maybe did mean well. Then I was working for in a fabric. Look at me getting up all early morning. And sure, somebody has to do those jobs. I mean, don't feel like put down by normal jobs. Sometimes you have to do the normal jobs, but if you can, you should strive towards a life where you're empowered. And sometimes it means that on that way it has to suck, but I don't know. Let's minimize the suck if we can. And then I was working in retail, and everybody said I was like lazy, but laziness does not fucking exist. Laziness does not exist. If you're a human being, if you're born, I mean, I see children every day, and I see children from parents that are healthy, and those children are fucking amazing. I mean, they're healthy, they're intelligent, they have energy. And then I see the children from parents that are maybe not so amazing, and they are fat, they are not so amazing, they don't shine. And I was one of those kids. And believe me, it fucking sucks to be always the last. It sucks. It makes you feel like you're inferior, like you don't deserve anything, and you want. Something's burning inside of you. And I want you to unleash that fire, and to live that. Like, sure, be modest, sure, be humble. Life will humble you, but let's also be fucking amazing. And so I kind of started always, as you can see, I have a berserk, and then I was drawing this berserk, like, I was just starting to copy, and that is what I mean. I mean, like playing the guitar, like drawing, like learning to walk, or learning a language. There is maybe not 100% right way to do it, but just to do it. And it doesn't mean that there are not certain ways you can go. Like, if somebody asks me, how should I learn to draw? Look into anatomy, look into constructing figures, copy, paste. You know what I mean? There is a certain way, but sometimes there is no right way for everyone. Like, everybody learns to walk in a different way. But I can walk, and you can hopefully walk. And if you cannot walk, then you obviously have eyes or ears or a laptop that you can see this video. So you're kind of privileged. Use that. And then I was kind of trying to get into schools, but not a single school wanted me, because there is no comic school. There is just fucking design school, which is definitely good. Definitely it's good. But what the fuck? Who needs more design schools? So you can work for a fucking, I don't know, for Mercedes-Benz? Who gives a shit? Like, we're here to make fucking art, to make fucking comics, to raise the vibe of the world. Look at this. I mean, look at this. This is awesome. This is what we want to do. And then I couldn't get into movie school, so I tried to study something different. Then I thought, well, maybe I can be a normal human person and just get a normal job and study and earn tons of money. Fuck that shit. Well, you need money. You need to have to provide or to be your own man or woman. But like, look at this shit. What is this? Like, we're not fucking sheep. And I don't want to diss sheep. They're beautiful creatures, but what is this? What is this guy getting spoon-fed here? This is bullshit. And then, like in the Max, he remembers. And then I got into movie school and design school. And after that, I worked for the movies. But then I thought, man, what the fuck am I doing working for the movies? Which was totally cool, but even the movies we were shooting were kind of like, you know what I mean? I mean, look at this. You know, whatever you think about this comic, but this is like creator-owned. Robert Kirkman probably wrote and did here what he always wanted to do. And that's maybe why it's so good, because it's unfiltered. It's not made, maybe it's made for the masses, but it's also like, yeah, it has balls. You know what I mean? It was not, oh, can we show gruesome, bloody things? We have to cater to everybody. No. This thing has balls. And probably also brains, guts, a spine. And you know what I mean? And most movies that I worked on had it originally. And then it was washed out to make it viewer friendly. And then many years, like when I came back, I went back home to live with my moms, and man, 2014 was very poor, totally isolated. I don't think I didn't know much better. Then I went back to the movies, but to animated movies to get in more money. But I was working long hours, and it kind of sucked because I missed drawing and I missed telling my own stories. So I started to understand that if I don't create content, if I am not the creator of my life, if I don't draw faces like this, I get depressed. And it's not just a drawing. If I don't draw, and if I don't write, and if I don't play the music, I die. So you start to understand who you are, what you need, and what you want, and the things you want in life. Like, if you want something like this in your life, then want something like this and move towards this. And you need to understand who you need to become. And so I understood that I need to fight, I need to work out, I need to draw anatomy, I need to get the money in, I need to go to sleep early, and that's an identity shift. And with that comes come good habits. And then 2016, I first like exploded in the scene very positively, and then after that, I kind of rode that wave for a while. It was okay, but then like it was not sustainable. I was just riding a first hype, and the past 6 years I got deeper into myself, and now I think I'm ready to re-emerge. And yeah, we'll see what's the last thing I wrote on this page. Well, nothing I can leave you with. Just have fun. Go in the direction of the things that you find amazing. Find out who you need to become. Become that person. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do, because you shift your identity. Like if somebody would say to you, oh, you cannot become the world's greatest boxer, you maybe could. You maybe could get a trainer, go to boxing, do stuff. And if it's not meant for you, you will become something else. So see you soon.